Baker here at Serendipitous. Happy Friday morning. Everybody say whoop whoop. So this morning I have a couple of things to talk about. At the end of this video, we'll talk about tomorrow, Saturday, in regards to our anniversary celebration and potential bad weather. But first I'm going to let Steve pan the camera on a couple things so we can kind of shop a little bit together or get inspired. So this week the girls have been working very hard to get the Christmas fabric off of the main floor back into the seasonal room, and of course pop these tables with some of the newest collections in. And I've already showed you these fabric collections, but the tables look so pretty and it's just so yummy. I told Steve, I said, let's do a little shop hop throughout the shop for everybody. So the first table is, I'm going to let Steve pan to right here, is Posh. Remember, this was a collection I had showed earlier. It is in all of these yummy upscale blacks, grays, creams, and beiges. So yummy. Once again, it is Posh. It is by Basic Gray for Moda. Absolutely love it. I can't remember if we had this yummy little sample when we showcased the fabric, but I love this. Look at this little pleat and this purse front and the back. So yummy. Christine Vandeveer made this sample. Now, before you all start yelling, no, I do not have the pattern for this, but Christine was able to put inside the purse a copy of what the pattern is. So feel free, if you're interested, pop that out, take a picture of it, and put it back in the purse for the next person that is inspired for this. But it's so simple, cute. There is pockets on the inside as well. Very lightweight, dainty. Absolutely love it with a little snappy snap.
You might even say it's very posh.
It is very posh. Steve is correct. So super cute. So we want to thank Christine Vandeveer for doing that. But I don't know about you guys, but just looking at all of this yumminess in one stack screens.
That is one of my favorite fat quarter bundles I've ever seen. I absolutely love these.
And why do you love these, Steve?
Well, I did pick this collection, but I still absolutely love the fat quarter bundles.
He did pick this collection for the shop, but I just think, look how beautiful that table is. So imagine what your quilt would be, especially if you made some pillows or you decorated a whole room, a lot of home dec with this fabric as well. Absolutely. I harass Steve all the time about these colors, but this is very yummy, so I can't harass him too much. Steve, come on and let's take another little step over here. So we showcased this collection. This is Modern Refinement, as you guys know, by Steve, but I just think the table come out so cute, so well, with all of the samples by Laura Kennedy, Lori Baker, and of course the fabric collection by Steve Baker, our very own. Absolutely love this table. It is so cute. Once again, this fabric is good for home decor, clothes, quilts, bags, purses, pouches, whatever you want. It's here. Is these not two lovely tables, Steve?
I think so, considering one is my fabric collection and the other one I picked out. So.
Oh, yeah, this is like all about Steve. So anytime Steve picks a collection for the shop, the joke is I tell him, I'm like, you better hope it sells or I'm going to harass you. Because rarely do I let anybody exclusively say, hey, this is the collection for the shop. So the pressure is on, guys. Help the boy out. Steve, let's take a walk, and don't show me in the walk. But we're going to walk over here. Oh, here's another one that we need to showcase on a table. Now that I think about it. Essence by Moda. Yeah, I mean, he's trying to follow me, guys. I'm walking really fast. We're going to showcase right here, Steve, to the composition quilt. So this quilt is one that is going to be taught in a class by Donna Rodriguez. And I love this quilt. Now I'm going to show real quick. So in the book, The Fat Quarters by the Dozen, I absolutely love this book. It is by It's So Emma. Love, love, love this book. So Donna Rodriguez is going to be teaching numerous classes out of it. But I asked her, could the first class, for those that couldn't make it into the beginners class series, which is a 9-class series, could you do this quilt, because it is a fairly simple quilt and it would help for those that want to learn quilting but cannot devote those 3 months to really digging in. So Donna was inspired by this book. She goes, I'm on it. So the composition quilt in the book is done in like 30s fabric, and I love me some 30s fabric. This was so cute. Well, then Donna did her version of this quilt with the pops of color. Those were Bohemian prints. I think it was Dan Moore's group. He keeps trying to move to see me, and I'm trying to move behind
I'm trying
the
to
camera.
kind of do both.
Both. Okay. Well, I can walk this way.
Okay.
Let's walk this way. That might.
I'm thinking this would look excellent in Modern Refinement or in Posh.
You know what? In Posh.
And Modern Refinement. That's kind of it's got a little bit of a modern flair to it.
This is, and that's why I giggled, because this had the 30s fabric, but I do feel that that's very modern. What size is this quilt? This is an 80, almost 86 by 86. That's bigger than Lisa typically does, but absolutely love it. If Steve gets real close on it, I think I showed this quilt on camera before, but all of that dense quilting in there gave such a nice texture. It's just amazing. So Steve is correct in what he is saying in regards to, you already see it in two different colorways. You see it in those primary pastel colors from the 30s. You see it in the bohemian pop of the orange and purples. But imagine that in the Posh. Imagine that in the Modern Refinement. Those are all four different worlds of colors, but I can see it, Steve.
Yeah, literally about anything would work on there.
It really would.
I just love all the white space, and you can
Do
go
so
crazy. Much. Yeah, you can go crazy with the fabric choices that you make. I just want to mention, so Katie Interline says, good morning,
Good
stay
morning, Miss
warm.
Katie. Yes, I'm trying to stay warm.
Good morning from Julie Troutman.
Good morning, Miss Julie.
Mr. Scott Flanagan from 4th and Main says, late to the party, but have to ask, what is Steve making with his fabric?
Oh, so you didn't see the big table of all the stuff?
Steve didn't make those.
Steve didn't make it. Listen, he did the hard work. He designed the fabric. But there is two quilts, as you guys know, two quilt tops that need to be quilted. That's not even on that table as well. Who else is talking to us this morning?
But I mean, so Steve hasn't decided what he's doing with his fabric yet, Scott. I have picked out some blues and some grunges from Moda. The grunge,
Metropolis Fall.
Yes,
grunge.
Oh my God. So I'm thinking about doing something blues, grays, and whites. I just don't know what it's going to be yet.
Yeah, that was a happy find. Someone came in and purchased some of that Metropolis Fall white grunge, and it got put on the cart for fabric that needed to go back to the floor, and a couple of Steve's blues out of Modern Refinement happened to be laying beside it, and we were all going, oh my God, that's the 3-yard quilt. Or of course Steve's like, no, that's the big quilt. He likes it.
Yeah, no, as soon as I saw that laying there, I was like, oh my God, I wish I had found that.
Yeah.
I bought my fabric yesterday make sure I have it, because the grunge, that particular grunge is going really fast.
It is, but we do keep that one in.
Yeah. Teresa Rodriguez says good morning. And
good morning, Teresa.
Morning from Rhonda Vitale.
Yes, Miss Rhonda Vitale.
Vitale.
Yes, Rhonda used to live near, and she doesn't live near anymore, but she still is a citizen serendipitous, and she stays on here supporting us all the time. So good morning, Miss Rhonda. I can't remember exactly where you moved, but I started to say I hope it's warmer than it is here, but I think the whole U.S. is under this coldness that we got going on. Real quick, speaking of Scott Flanagan, guys, if I remember correctly, Scott is on the road to California. I think he's vending there. So if any of you are in California or planning a trip, I don't know what dates he'll be there. I'm sure he'll put it in the comments. And that's Scott with 4th and Main Design.
Didn't we get some new restock of his last book?
I don't know if that was his last one. Forever Fabulous Fat Quarters, maybe. We did just get those back in yesterday. Yeah. Anything Scott Flanagan flies out of the wall, off the shelves and off the wall. And then, of course, recently, Scott, just so you know, change of seasons, but the Celebrating 250 Years collection out of the boutiques. Oh my gosh, I don't even know if we even have hardly any of that left. It's been crazy. Crazy good for sure.
So he says it's 52 in California. Come see me today or tomorrow.
Today or tomorrow. I don't think they're going to let a plane go out of here. Maybe today they might. Tomorrow which is a great segue. Thank you, Scott, for the conversation we need to have about tomorrow. So guys, as you know, tomorrow is Saturday. We are typically open 10 to 3, and tomorrow is our annual celebration of Serendipitous, our anniversary sale. 8 years in the business, and that is tomorrow. We have not made any decisions because I feel like every time I listen to this weatherman, that weather lady, it keeps changing when this system is supposed to hit in our area. So we're still going to be very fluid about that. If we wake up in the morning and everything's already ice, obviously we're closing the entire day. If it starts looking bad, we will close early tomorrow. And then there is a conversation that we may have later tonight, whether we go ahead and at least cut early hours tomorrow, because one, we don't want you guys out on the road for a sale, and two, we really want our staff to get home because a lot of our staff doesn't live within, like some of our staff travels 30 to 40 minutes to get to work. So with that being said, stay tuned here on Facebook for a post or a video if we end up changing any of our hours tomorrow. Steve, am I forgetting anything?
Just a couple things. So, Donna Casson says, so pretty.
Thank you, Miss Donna.
Brenda Baker says, good morning, Steve and Lisa. Stay warm and safe. Brenda, we will absolutely try.
Yes.
And Scott says, congratulations on 8 years.
Yes.
And
yes.
Happy birthday to our mom.
Oh, yes. Oh, my God. So this morning, first thing, real early, I called Mom, which typically I don't do. Steve does that every morning. He calls Mom. So this morning, I called her bright and early so I could beat Steve so he wouldn't be on the phone with her. She answers the phone, and before she can even say hello, I'm going, happy birthday, and screaming happy birthday. And she's like, I'm getting lab work, click. And she hung up on me. So I had to die laughing. I was like, it's her birthday, and she is sassy. But yes, today is Mom's birthday. So everybody give a shout out, happy birthday to Miss Susie Q for sure. Thank you, Steve.
Hey to Jan Price.
Hello, Miss Jan. We missed you yesterday for the Lori Baker show. I hope you got the rewatch yesterday because you was spoke of. Guys, I think that is it. Moral of the story is there's tons of new stuff in the shop. Like I said, the girls have been working really hard to convert everything in the shop, pulling the holiday fabric back except for Valentine. We have an amazing Valentine display and selection of fabric for that. Steve's worked hard to get all of these online. I think he's pretty much up to date for that. If I'm thinking I'm actually up to date, we're rocking and rolling this week. Stay tuned here on Facebook to find out what we're doing tomorrow. If we will still get to have our anniversary sale with a pop-up shop from Louis and Irene. Mr. Brian himself will be here, assuming we are all here. But that is it for me. And so I dip it as where unexpected happiness is found in every stitch. Bye, guys.